What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 5 here on the 52 Horrific Weeks in 1981 series. I am your host, Moon616, and thank you once again for stopping in. Alrighty, guys, so first off, I want to wish everybody a happy Super Bowl. And yeah, I gotta say, even though my team's not in the Super Bowl, I still gotta go for somebody. And it's obviously the Seahawks. I gotta go for the Seahawks, so I thought I'd just get that out of the way. Alrighty, so for week 5, put all the remaining films into the randomizer, hit that random button, and we've got Frank Henenlotter's awesome film, Brain Damage. Once again, so pumped to see this come up because I actually haven't watched this movie in a long time. Every time I watch this movie, it's just so much fun. Getting into the plot of this one, it's a very, very simple plot. It's basically, it follows a character named, your lead character named Brian. He basically wakes up kind of sick one day, doesn't really think too much of it, and then all of a sudden he, later on, he ends up waking up again, and he's like completely fucking covered in blood and shit like that, and he has no idea what the fuck's going on, and he's got like this mark on the back of his neck. So basically what had happened is this worm-like parasite had attached itself to Brian, and basically ends up kind of making a deal with him. Now, what this worm-like parasite is that he basically kind of exchanges with Brian. What he does is he basically attaches himself to his neck and injects Brian with this juice type stuff that gives him like a super high. It basically makes Brian into like a junkie, and what that allows the parasite to do is feed off of people. See, the thing is, he needs to exchange. He gives his services, and then basically, when Brian's super high, he doesn't really realize what's going on. But this allows the parasite, which is named Aylmer, to feed on human brains, and that keeps him strong. So that's basically the entire premise of the film. So my thoughts on this one. It's just such a simple story. It's just basically the story of a junkie. It's got like psychedelic, kind of visuals in this and stuff. But I really do like the premise, though. This worm is just, injecting Brian with this euphoric type blue juice that's giving him this ultra high. But it's also making him have like a major moral dilemma because he eventually finds out that when he's super high off this shit, Aylmer is feeding on human brains, and he's starting to feel really shitty that, he's basically the cause of people dying and stuff. So he's got this moral dilemma because he really doesn't want to stop getting high because, like, he sees all these crazy colors and he sees, like, he's just having a fucking blast. But in the meantime, of course, people are dying. You do get introduced to a character that's actually trying to get back this parasite. So, he's got that dilemma to deal with too and stuff like that. This is classic Frank Henenlotter cinema right here. It's got almost the exact same feel as Basket Case in a way. There's a scene where Brian basically, he's trying to get a grip of himself, and he goes back to his place and where his brother's staying to him. He packs up his clothes and he heads to this real grungy, dungy fucking hotel or motel room or whatever. And he basically tells his brother that he needs to fucking, get a grip on himself. He needs to figure out things. And at this point, he's trying to get rid of the parasite, but at the same time, he doesn't really want to. But when he's in this hotel room, or this motel room, it just completely reminded me of Basket Case. Frank Henenlotter has this very distinctive way of showcasing, like, the very dark side of, like, New York and kind of the grungy, dungy side. Does that very well. But yeah, it's just a really fun film. The effects in this film are really well done. I love what they did with Aylmer, the worm-like parasite. It looks very cool. The voice of the parasite is fantastic. Super entertaining and funny to listen to. The gore in this is actually pretty good too. Like, some of the effects with the worm going into people's heads, and there's a really funny scene with a girl that he picks up at a nightclub and her kind of giving head to Brian, but it's not his penis. It's a funny scene. If you've seen this film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's pretty funny. But, you know, overall, it's just a fucking blast. It's a quick watch. You know, it runs about 87, 86 minutes. So I guess pretty much a normal length film, but very, very fucking fun film. I've had, every time I watch this, I have a lot of fun with this. I wish Frank Henenlotter had made more films. I believe he only ever made 6 movies in his entire career, but I would have loved to see more stuff like this. Like, I love the like how they did with the parasite, like the animatronics, I guess you'd call it, the way he moves and stuff. But the way they put it together works fantastic. I love the effects, the way it's shot when the parasite opens up his mouth and you got those close-ups and it actually shows the, you know, the blue juice kind of being injected and stuff. I think this is really cool. Very fun film, so I highly recommend this, and I highly recommend this edition. This is from Synapse Films. This is the limited availability, limited special edition. This is a very old DVD release. I think this came out in like 2003. It says like number 27, so, but the transfer is fantastic. It's, you know, the anamorphic widescreen transfer. The original mono track, which is fine. It sounds great, looks great. Yeah, I really highly recommend this, man. If I had one little quandary with this film, I wish that they had more psychedelic visions and stuff. There's some pretty cool scenes where, you know, he's in a junkyard and he starts tripping out on this car and he's got these really cool colors and shit, but I wish they had kind of went into the psychedelics a little more, you know, just to show how fucked up he really was and stuff. I mean, you can visually see how crazy and how out of control and how much of an addict he's really becoming. You know, it's kind of a take on, you know, society in itself, in my opinion, and exactly how junkies become junkies. You know, it's so quick, you know, and basically his, you know, from going from normal just to real fucking shitty in life and stuff. But yeah, fun fucking great film by Frank Henenlotter. I highly recommend this. If you've never seen this movie, definitely check this out. I don't know if this DVD is still in print or not. I'm assuming it probably isn't. It's pretty old, but yeah, Brain Damage. Definitely check this out. It's a fantastic movie. So, alright guys, that's going to do it for week 5 here on the 1988 series. I'll be back next week, of course. I have no idea what the film's going to be. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you for watching and commenting, and love to hear your thoughts on this one. I think it's just a fucking super fun ass film and everyone needs to see, so peace out guys.